Okay, let's start here. You mentioned you've been out of work for about 6 months and you had a very high paying job, and you're beginning to feel really frustrated at the slow progress you're making. Is that accurate? Okay, that makes sense. Now, before we talk about the next steps, I would like to slow you down a minute because at this point, I believe that clarity is actually more important than urgency. So let me ask you something. What has been the hardest part of you not being on a job right now? If I had to guess, it's probably not just the money, even if that sits at the top of your priority. Okay? So it's the silence, it's the lack of control, it's the uncertainty. Would that be correct? Yeah, I can imagine that feeling where you're so good at something, but it doesn't seem to be landing, and you're wondering why it's this hard. It shouldn't be this hard to get another job. I'm highly skilled, I've done it before. Is that the line you're thinking? Yeah, that makes sense. Now, one thing I'd like you to know at this point is this. When you lost that job, you didn't lose your competence, you didn't lose your value, and you did not lose your skill. The only thing that you truly lost was that employer that was paying you. And this distinction is very important because it gives structure to your thoughts and how you truly should feel. Because at this point, it seems like you lost everything, right? But it's just the fact that you had one income stream and that one employer was paying you. And right now, that employer stopped. But your skills are still intact. Your knowledge is still intact. The capability within you is all intact. Nobody can take that away from you. And I want you to think about this. In your last job and in the last role, what were people relying on you for? What was that one thing or one word that you could use to describe your skill and what you did at that workplace? And while you're thinking, I don't want you to think about your resume. I don't want you to think about what your title says. I want you to focus on that one result that you give, that outcome that you deliver on a day-to-day basis. I want you to think about the things that would stall if you were not there, right? So let's assume you were still working, but you didn't show up to work for about a week. What were the things that would stall? What are the problems that would stack up? These are the kind of things I want you to think about. Now, I want you to hold that thought because whatever it is that you're thinking about, that's not your job. That's a capability that you have. That's not your title. That is something that you can replicate again and again because you own that thing. And so while you may have lost that job, you didn't lose that. That's a part of you. That's something that can be replicated over and over and over again. Can you begin to see the difference between thinking you lost it all and knowing right now that you only lost one thing? And one mistake that I see not only you, but many professionals making today is that when they lose a job, they think that they lose something very important that cannot be replicated, right? They tie so much value to that paycheck that once it stops, it seems like their entire life has stopped and they're no longer good. Meanwhile, it was just one income stream that stopped. Your skill and the ability to earn that over and over again is still within you, and that's not going anywhere. And I understand the fact that that paycheck helps us validate, the capability. That's totally understandable. But it's also important that you differentiate it at this point because this is going to help you in the next stage of your life. Now, it's important that I establish the fact that I understand very well that your 9 to 5 job as being your comfort zone is something you've done over and over again. You've grown and probably been doing it for years. And this is probably what you've always known and probably what you think you know how to do best. So I understand that totally. So it feels logical when you put everything on pause and all you're doing is applying and applying until another organization picks you up. But I think it's important at this point that you consider another alternative. Most especially now that you understand that your skill didn't go anywhere and you still have that skill with you. And understand that as a 9 to 5, applying for a job is always our next go-to, right? But there's another alternative here. And I'm sure you probably haven't thought about it, or maybe if you did, you haven't spent a long time thinking about it. And I'm hoping that that's something that you'll probably consider today. Is that something you're willing to do? All right, perfect. And I want to say this clearly. I am not telling you to stop applying for jobs, right? It's logical for you to keep applying for jobs, and I would encourage that you keep applying for jobs. But I would like to introduce you to another world where you could put your skill set to work, another world where you don't only have to sell your skill to one organization and one buyer, but you can sell it to multiple buyers. And you don't have to be full time to these buyers. And I think that's an amazing thing because I'm sure that you would agree with me that you want financial freedom. You love a situation where, you go to bed and you're still making money, right? So if that's something that you like, you probably want to consider this alternative where this same skill that I have, this same skill that I've always used in this multiple organizations and created results over and over again for them, I would like to bring it to a new space where I can then help other people who have a similar problem that my organization had. Now, remember that earlier when we started the conversation, we spoke about the things that you do, not necessarily your title, not necessarily your job description, but what is that one problem that your skill is created to solve? That is a focal point right here. And that's where I want you to hold your thoughts on. So if you're my client, this is exactly where I am going to stop talking and give you an assignment so that you could get to work. I want you to grab yourself a pen and a paper, and I want you to write this sentence. People pay me because what's that thing that they paid you for? And I need it to be one sentence. No job titles. An example, don't say people pay me because I'm a project manager. People pay me because I'm an accountant. Don't say any of that. What is the result and the value that you were given at work? What was the main reason why your organization was paying you? What was the problem that you were helping them solve? That's what I want you to write in that one sentence. Now, if you've written it, did you notice how uncomfortable it kind of felt? Separating that sentence from your job title? Because we're so used to our job title that we sometimes forget the value that we give. And that's why when you lost your job, it looked like you lost everything. It looked like, oh my goodness, the only way things can work out is if I get another job. And because you've wrapped your skill so much around the title that the only way out seems to be another job. And another job is another option. And I acknowledge that option. But I think today's conversation and in today's session, I want you to understand that the problem that you solve is different from your job title. And when you understand the problem that you truly solve, you will then begin to see how many people have this problem and how many people I could help solve that problem. And that way, you can then go from having just one buyer to multiple buyers. But it starts with the skill and the capability that you have and knowing how much value it truly is. So, in today's session, we're going to stop right here because I don't want to rush things with you. I want you to take things slow and I want you to understand exactly what you are doing. So, all you need to do today is understand the problem that your skill was solving and write it in a sentence. So, even if it's going to take you time to make the most sentence, keep writing and writing until you get that specific thing that you were paid for. So, we're going to stop right here. Go do that homework. And in our next session, we'll move to the right next step that will move you forward. If you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I cannot wait to see you in our next session. Bye.